Sometimes life just happens and you don't have the time or the energy to prep a full keto meal.
Thankfully, LoBanke has you covered with these awesome ready meals.
Let's try them out and let you guys know what we think. Welcome back to Kicking It Keto. In this episode, we're going to be trying out some ready-made meals from LoBanke.
So LoBanke stands for low carb, banting, and keto. These meals are perfectly macro balanced for a keto lifestyle, and they don't contain any inflammatory ingredients, so you can eat them with peace of mind.
We're going to taste them and rate them. Thank you so much to LoBanke for sponsoring this episode.
If you'd like to order some of your own LoBanke meals, you can hit the link down below and use my discount code KimsKeto365. Okay, so we've got the pork, almond, and green pepper stir fry, the hake and mushroom bake, and the pesto chickens to try for this episode.
These look super yum, friends. Should we start with the chicken?
Sounds good to me.
So if we have a look at this, what I really like is that these meals look like they've been freshly made.
Yes, like you could even have people over and serve these.
Yeah, so I mean, if people weren't in your kitchen, they wouldn't know that this was just popped in the oven in 20 minutes.
Exactly. You know what I love about this is the flavors are fresh. Like you would never say this was a frozen meal.
And also there's like a depth of flavor as well. So the chicken has actually absorbed the flavor of the pesto and the sauce and the saltiness
really
from the
delicious.
olives.
I would have that again, for sure.
I could eat that once a week even. Should we move on to the fish dish?
Yes, let's do that one. So this is the hake and mushroom bake, and it's also got a bit of cauliflower.
So this is really a convenient option. I can't believe how quick and easy this was, and these are nice to have in your deep freeze just for those busy weeks.
Yeah. That's also very tasty. And it's not overly fishy. As a person who doesn't really enjoy fish, that's a good option.
So what I really like is that sometimes when you order meals and you have a protein like hake, it can dry out really quickly.
Yes.
This is still moist, it's juicy, and if I had cooked
The cheese sauce is nice and creamy.
If I had cooked this and served it to you without you knowing, you wouldn't have said this was a ready-made frozen meal. So the quality of this product is amazing.
Okay, and then onto the pork and almond stir fry. I like that crunch that the almond gives. That's really tasty.
Yeah, so I think a worry for me with this one was that it was going to be one of those, like you buy ready-made meals and because they've been frozen, they have a lot of moisture in them. And with a stir fry, you want to be able to have the different textures.
And you want it to still be crunchy, which this is.
Yeah, so it doesn't taste like somebody's granny boiled all these vegetables and served them to you, which sometimes that happens.
For sure, and the pork also isn't dried out, which is a big issue with pork often for me.
Yeah, so it's moist, it's got all of the textures, and that's just a really yummy, all of these are really yummy wholesome meals that you can enjoy as part of your keto diet.
So friend, now to the important part. What would you give the pesto chicken out of 10?
So out of all three of these, I'll tell you my favorite one in terms of flavor was definitely this one. It packs a punch. I could eat this once a week.
That was my favorite too. It's a 10 out of 10
out of
for
a 10 for me, that one is a 10 out of 10. Moving on to the fish dish, I do like fish.
Yeah.
That one I would give about an 8 out of 10 because the only thing is that the mushrooms and the fish for me are the same texture. But
me not being a fish fan, I would give this a 7 out of 10, but it's because I'm not a big fan of fish.
Yeah, so I would definitely order it and eat it as part of a meal plan, for sure. And then lastly, with the pork one, that one is really good. I like the fact that there are different flavors, different textures. I would give that an 8 out of 10.
I'm gonna say a 9 for this one, purely because it's a very different meal. It's not your average meal that you're gonna pick up at Woolies or anything like that. It's quite a unique flavor.
Yeah, what I was just going to say is it tastes a lot like pork, and I'm not a fan of pork unless it's bacon. So for me, the same thing applies to this as what applies to the fish dish for you.
But on the whole, I love these meals, and definitely they are always a regular in my freezer.
Yeah, and also they're so convenient. You can order off their website. They have ready-made meal plans. So it just makes the whole keto lifestyle with them super easy and convenient. I'm excited to try the next 3.
Me too. Make sure to watch next week's episode so you can see the other 3 that we taste.